Hey guys, Mike Majette, PGA professional and your Selfie golf coach. Let's get started with your tip series. So, before we start with this little wedge system, I want to reiterate the fact about how important it is to have more than 2 wedges in your bag. Okay, I have 4. I recommend at least 3. I have a pitching wedge, which is about 48 degrees. I have a 52-degree gap wedge, a 56-degree sand wedge, and a 60-degree lob wedge. I very rarely use the lob wedge. It's just for certain situations. Maybe I'm short-sighted or I need a little bit more loft and need to stop the ball quickly. But other than that, 4 wedges, at least 3 in your bag, okay? Because if we add wedges and if you use this little wedge system, you're going to improve your chances at saving par and making birdies on par 5s and short par 4s. So, let's get started. Now, what do I mean by a wedge system? Well, number one, I didn't invent this, but I'm here to explain it maybe a little bit differently than what you probably have heard. In simpler terms, okay, I'm gonna reference parts of my body as far as how long I'm taking the club back and how long I'm taking it through. Okay, this is a very basic wedge system, but it's definitely going to help you, and I'll also walk you through a little bit of technique. So, like I said, I'm going to go 52 degree, 56 degree, and a 60 degree. Okay? My 52 degree gap wedge, I have what I'm faced with here. It's about a 55-yard shot. Okay, if I wanted to hit a 55-yard shot with my gap wedge, which is 52 degrees, I'm going to take it back to about belt high. So my hands will finish at belt high to belt high. Okay? As far as we take it back is as far as we're following through, and vice versa. Okay, this is going to create some acceleration. Quite too often I see people take it way too far back, decelerate into the golf ball. They slow down, you hit it heavy, you hit it thin because you're trying to create less speed through the ball when actually we need speed for control and spin. If I'm pulling a gap wedge out from 55 yards, that means that I have a lot of green to work with and very little trouble to carry. Okay, I probably have fairway, no rough before the green, and a lot of green to work with. Okay, because once this ball lands, it's going to skip a little bit more than say a 56 degree or a 60 degree would because of the loft that it's coming in on. Okay, so 55-yard shot, gap wedge. Belt high, my hands are here. I have a little wrist hinge, then on the way through, I'm going to follow through to my belt. And this should go, it's a little bit lower of a shot because it is a 52 degree wedge. This should land around 50 yards, bounce once and check up, finish around 55. Okay, so belt high to belt high, here, here. Keep the buttons on my shirt moving. Okay, like I said, that was low, checked up, got a 3-footer for whatever situation I'm in. Okay, I highly recommend that you rehearse this new feeling. Okay, if you're one of those that takes the club way too far back, grab your Selfie golf. Okay, record your swing. Okay, because feel versus what's happening is two completely different things. Okay, so if you record your swing using your Selfie golf, say, okay, I'm going to take it back to my belt high, and you're taking it back here, you're going to be, well, it's going to make you more aware of where the club head is when you are making this golf swing, and it's going to get you to actually correct it. Okay, so do it again. And how am I setting up? Ball is half a ball back of center. Move my feet close together, just inside shoulder width apart. I'm going to open my stance, which will encourage my left hip to be out of the way already. We don't have to involve that in the short game. What I'm going to do, take it to belt high, trust the club to do the work. Okay, and keep a consistent tempo. Okay, if you keep a consistent tempo, you follow through the same way you take it back or the same length you take it back, you will improve your wedge game. Okay, acceleration is key when you have wedges in your hand. Okay, so again, belt high, came off a little bit low because that's what I wanted. I have a 52 degree. Probably would land about 50 yards, roll out, and check up a little bit. Okay, so now if I have a 56-degree sand wedge, from the same spot, I'm taking the same setup, okay, half the ball back of center, move my feet close together, slightly open my feet. Again, I'm keeping the club pointed at the target. The end result will be whatever the club allows for. If I strike this properly, this is going to come in a little bit higher than my 52-degree wedge. Buttons on my shirt continue to move. Okay, you can see that. Stopped at my rib cage. I'm accelerating, okay? Accelerating through the hit. If you take it back too far, odds are you're going to try to scoop it, you're going to try to slow down your upper body, and everything is going to slow down. You're not going to make consistent contact. Okay, so if you keep the momentum of the club moving through the hitting zone, that will drastically improve your wedge game. Do one more. Facing the target. 60 degree, a little more loft on this club, not going to go as far, but it's going to come in at a steeper angle, help you stop it a little bit shorter with the loft and the spin. Okay, so I would use, if I had a 55-yard shot to a front hole location, odds are I'd be using a 60 degree. Okay, because I have a lot less green to work with. I'm trying to get this ball to stop as quickly as possible. So, same setup. Again, ball might be a little bit, probably about half a ball back of center. We're going to go shoulder high to shoulder high, let the loft take care of it. That one stopped a little quicker. So there you have it. All right, if you have 3 wedges and you have 3 lengths with each wedge, that's 9 shots. If you add a wedge, that's 12 shots to your bag. Okay, from inside 60 to 70 yards. So how far would a shoulder high to shoulder high shot go with my gap wedge? I'm going to aim out to the right a little bit. This is a little bit further. I'd say it's about an 85-yard swing. Okay, and this flag is about 85 yards. So shoulder high to shoulder high, again, keeping the tempo and the length of my backswing matching the through swing. There you go. Okay, so again, wedge system. 1 length with each club, belt high to belt high. Okay, then rib cage to rib cage, shoulder to shoulder. 3 shots with each wedge, 3 different lengths. That's 9 different shots you have around the greens. If you have 4 wedges, there's 12. That's 3 different lengths with 4 different wedges. I hope this makes sense, and I hope it helps you improve your short game and inside 100 yards. If you use this technique, if you use this setup, I promise you, you will be hitting better wedge shots. Okay, I can't stress enough how important it is, how important acceleration is when you have a wedge in your hand. Okay, everybody wants to spin the ball, they want to control it. You have to accelerate. And if you're taking it all the way back and shortening it up on the way through, you're not accelerating through the shot. Okay, and if you're not using your upper body, odds are you're not going to get the spin that you want. Okay, quite too often I'll go over this flaw. I see this way too long and that. Now I hit a decent shot, but that's not going to be consistent using your hands and arms. You use your upper body, you stop your hands at a certain point in reference to your upper body. You will get this system down. Obviously you got to practice. You will get this system down. Again, you'll improve your contact, improve your confidence, because that's the name of the game. You got to be confident, and you will lower your scores. Okay, I highly recommend, if you don't practice alongside any of these other videos, practice alongside this, try to get it down, and you will lower your scores. Okay, I will see you in the next tip series. We'll go over chipping, putting. Again, I can't tell you how excited I am to help you guys improve your golf game. If you have any questions, you can feel free to get in touch with me. See you next time.